Change
starts
here.
The United Way, celebrating this year its 75th anniversary in Victoria as a way of coming together and making a change. And what better way to celebrate than to come together and to bring the young people together. This is where the United Way chooses to invest its energy and its money. I'd like to mention in passing that I think this is the first time that the creative artists have taken over virtually the entirety of this fabulous Saanich facility, front to back, almost every room, all the way down the corridors.
What I would like everyone to do while they're walking around looking at all the different pieces of art would be to just stop and take a minute and look at what each artist is representing in their artwork, and maybe just think of some way that you might be able to help. You don't have to act on it, even though it would be awesome and possibly quite life-changing if you did. But just to think about a way that you might be able to help make a change, which is why we're all here, right? To help make a change in someone's life.
Difficult to create a meaningful connection with a piece of art. I don't want somebody to look at my art and look at my brushstrokes. First of all, I want them to be impacted on an internal level, and then maybe be drawn in by what I've done with my paint and my medium, to think about why I did that.
You know, I want my artwork to leave an impact on people and to, you know, inspire them to make change and to do things and like enjoy life more, you know, to see beauty in certain things.
Maybe people will get a message from it and realize that your actions affect everyone around you and not just yourself.
And it basically lets people look beyond just like a picture and sees like the real thing, the real message that the artist is trying to send.
Inevitably, you're going to be thinking about something that matters to you, and so if you do art and it comes from thought, then the art is going to be about something that matters to you. I find that the artists that I most appreciate are the ones that are really effective in showing what their thought was, whether it's some element of beauty or some thought about society, you know, that's something about war or peace, you know, either way it's going to come through in your art.
Inspired by downtown Victoria. Like, you see it a lot. It's the two huge contrasts of like poverty and wealth in the community. So like you can see there's a homeless man and he's just like a block away from like businessmen finishing off their day, and he has chains around his hands, and those are more like a metaphor for like he's locked in poverty. He's not really going to be able to get out of that, and these guys are just going to keep getting richer. That's why there's money coming out of the buildings.
I hope to inspire creativity and change. A lot of the mindsets that have been like put into people nowadays basically paint poverty as a drain on society.
And it took me like 2 weeks to think of this piece or think of the idea. I did think about it more than if I was just doing any other piece or anything else like that. And it did bring me into thinking about just social issues in our community more.
It's like a problem that we can change.
I mean, little changes, like anything that counts, is pretty good. It all adds up to the big picture of helping people get off the streets.
I think we should just be treating people with respect regardless of their circumstance. Just remember that everyone has a history, no matter, you know, if they're doing drugs on the street or if they're begging for money or even if they're living in a welfare apartment. It doesn't matter because they're all human.
Having a message from it and them being able to see it and know my story, I think it will help them decide to stop doing what they're doing on the streets, like doing drugs and stuff. Maybe realize they have a family that is more important.
I think everybody's voice is important, and whether it's me participating through art or somebody picking up garbage off the street. I think everybody is, in a way, an agent of change. And I'm a firm believer that no matter how small the act, if you're actually doing something, then it's going to make a difference. So am I an agent of change? I hope so, and I hope that this piece will make a difference. But I don't know if I'm, if I wear a cape, I don't think it's a heroic thing. I think it's a responsibility.
Change
starts
here.